happy Sunday. Okay, please let me know down in the chat that you guys can hear me very clearly. What's going on, honey? What is up? What's up in Aries? What's going on? Hey, Omar. Hey, Just Ivy 98. What's up, Annalisa? Hey, babe. Okay, what is going on, Pauline? What's up, Dorian? Yes, good Sunday morning. Yes, let's get into it. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Sanithia? Hey, Jamie, can't wait to hear your thoughts on Zadia this episode. Zadia was a whole fool. Zadia played herself. Okay, but we'll talk about it. What's up, T. Gaddis? What's going on? Hey, Bondi. What's up? What's up, Silent Noise? What's going on, everybody up here in the chat? SD, Apple Charm. Hey, guys. Lori Wynn. What is up, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed this past week's episode, which was pretty good, and it definitely was some shockers there for me. I kind of felt the way about some stuff, so we definitely are going to be talking about it. What's up, y'all? What's up, Real? What's going on, Shea Butter Baby? Yeah, Zadia, girl, I can't. I'm not. What? That's my son's YouTube. LOL, Mama Veer. Did I say that right? Okay, I didn't understand, but it's okay. All right, y'all. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and just hop right into this thing. Y'all know after this, I am going to be getting into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and scoot back over here so that we can talk about that as well. I have a lot of notes on the final reunion. Okay, now before I really get into this review, I gotta shout out some other things that's going on my channel. Okay, please be sure to check out my latest review, Harlem. If you guys have been watching Harlem, it is on Amazon Prime, and it's a really good series featuring Megan Good and others. So y'all go ahead and check that out and then catch my review as well. Also, be sure to check out Selling Tampa. That show is on Netflix, and it is really good, my dear hearts. It's really good. I'm on episode 4. I'm about to go into 5 and 6. So I'm doing reviews on that as well. So please be sure to check out that as well. Okay, check out my reviews and check out the show because you will not be disappointed. All right, so let's go ahead. Hop right on into this review for Ready to Love. Okay, so we learned who's gonna be sent home. Y'all saw where Zadia sat down with Naim, whereas Camille sat down with Cornelius, and Camille was doing all of this crying and stuff. So I felt like with all this crying and what they were showing in the previews, I kind of felt like he probably was not gonna go home because Camille do the most for the least. But what we find out is that Naim is the person that actually gets to stick around, whereas Cornelius is the one that ends up going home. And I was still happy about that. I was like, okay, good. I'm glad. Now what you finna do, Miss Camille? Girl, what you finna do now? So once he was sent home, he says that he was going to miss Camille and all this other stuff or whatever. And she over there crying, and she says that she thinks that their love is real and it's bigger than this process. And I'm just like, Camille, what love are you talking about? What love is this that you speak of? Because I truly feel like you're in this by your damn self. But okay, if you find it, I guess, girl, okay? So she decided to self-eliminate. Now, I wasn't necessarily disappointed with her self-eliminating, even though I kind of felt like, no, you should stay here. Okay, I did slick feel away, but when I looked at it, I was like, I guess it makes sense for her to self-eliminate. But no, you was doing all that big talk. You said that you was going to jump on the ladies if they sent your man home. So where is all that talk at now? You sitting over here crying, big tears, ma'am. So for me, I feel like, make her sit up here in this process and be miserable. But anyway, she decided to self-eliminate. But what's interesting for me is with Cornelius walking away from this opportunity or being forced out because he was voted out. He says that he regrets the fact that he did not get the opportunity to get to know the other women. With that regret, for me, makes me feel like whatever feelings Camille thinks he has for her, he doesn't. Because of that regret that's still sitting there, okay? So, and I'm sure he thinks about his process because I feel like Cornelius did not give himself the opportunity to truly experience this process. And I know he's going to be leaving with, we already know he's leaving with regret, but I know that's a lot that's on his mind. Like, dang, I wonder how my process would have been if I would have just made a move on such and such, or if I would have just kept, what's her name, Courtney around, or if I would, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that for Camille, like, y'all was out here trying to play it safe with each other and ended up going home. I guess, honey, stay for what? Camille is going to be at the reunion alone. Ooh. I don't know, girl. We saw some pictures emerge between her and Cornelius, and it looked like it was couples photos, and I felt the way about it. They was damn near naked, and I was like, please let this not be true. They look like fools. They are very much together. I saw them hugged up. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, right? I think that's the image I saw, Shea Butter. And I'm just like, no, I don't. I don't want them to be together. Corny was looking at her like, ma'am, I don't want you. I want him to say that out his mouth, though. That's the problem with Cornelius. Cornelius has a lot of things. He let a lot of things go unsaid. Okay. And I just don't think that's the way to be in a relationship. I wouldn't want to show up like that. Like, you just never get what it is that you want out of the deal. Like, you're miserable. Like, yeah, not me, but okay. Did you guys see the naked? That's what I'm talking about, Sahara. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm cringing. If they're a real couple, I'm cringing. I would hope that they really just playing this up for the show. Girl, I can't. He doesn't share her feelings at all. He was like, I guess we'll see how things go with Camille. Yikes. Right. Yikes. And she's talking about, so hopefully we can come back and we can tell him that we married and we got this and we got that. And he's like, slow your roll. That slow your roll was really like, girl, I don't even know if I'm really going to be with you like that outside of here. But I just, I feel like no dude really wants a woman that's like so overly available that you will cut your process short just to go and be with me. But I also felt like you cutting your process short was a way for you to go and watch him and monitor him or something. Was it just me? I didn't like it, but you know, there's that. Bye. Bye. We're glad you guys are gone. Bye. We hope you guys have a great time. Bye. So we get to Phil and Shiloh. So they play a game to get to know where she stands with him. Phil, you are so slick with your words. Phil, I just never expected you to kind of come off like the playboy that you kind of come off. It's like he knows how to go around the answers or go around the questions that are asked when he's giving answers. Like, he never really gives a clear answer to me, but he gives the women enough to know that he's still interested. But I guess that's most guys that's in the house right now. But for some reason, I don't know, I kind of expected something different with Phil. Right? It's like everybody wanted them some Phil, but I figured Phil was going to make a decision like much earlier on. But I mean, I guess, okay, maybe Phil's better as a friend child than he is in a relationship. So the first question that Shiloh asks is, how does he describe her to other people? And he lets her know that the first thing he says is that she's beautiful and that she has a way to communicate to get people to kind of open up to her, right? And be more vulnerable at times. And I'm like, I guess that's a safe thing to say. Everybody's going to already pretty much figure that out, considering the fact that she's an intimacy coach. So, okay. Next, she asked, what's the best way that they can improve their relationship? And I feel like, because he kind of got like, he took a step back and said something like, oh, or something he said. And I feel like the immediate reaction he gave her was like, oh, what you got? This is not no relationship, girl. I'm still filtering out my process. Like, we not together like this. So I'm going to need you to chill. That's the reaction that came off to me. So she says she wants him to be more direct and vocal. She ends up taking over the question and wants him to be direct and vocal. And he kind of admits to this because at a later time, he ends up telling the same thing to Sydney. She tells him that she is most hesitant to tell him that she deeply cares for him. Okay. And she says that it's a bit scary, but he is her strongest connection and she wants to deepen that connection. Phil says that he cares for Shiloh and he's humbled about how she feels, but he doesn't want to settle on choosing her and making a commitment just yet. So he's still trying to assess stuff, but I think it's because he likes Sydney. And I feel like Sydney gives that to me. Y'all let me know. Sydney kind of gives off that Instagram model type of look or whatever. And it makes me wonder if Phil really likes her because he thinks she likes him back. And in the real world, he probably wouldn't get a woman like her. Right. So I feel like it's like really hard for him to make a decision because that's how he's looking at things. Shiloh will get played by Phil. Phil is not serious, all talk. I can see that. I could definitely agree with that. Yeah, Phil gives me F-boy energy. Great. So it's not just me. Girl, let me run to Starbucks now. Please run. Please run to Starbucks. Now, see, had you been in line behind me today, I probably would have got your stuff. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have paid for you. Okay, because I paid it forward today. Okay, I did. I got the person meal behind me, but that's really because I had went to Target. See, okay, intermission real quick about Starbucks. I went to Target last week, and this nice guy that was in front of me, I think he probably thought I was going to cut in front of him based on how the line went. But anyway, I was just following the stickers on the ground. But anyway, when he got to the front, he was like, "Ma'am, do you want something?" I was like, "Sure, I do." So I placed the order for like, my grande, whatever I get. I don't think I got the Frappuccino. I think I ended up getting my macchiato, caramel macchiato. So then he said, "Ma'am, you don't want to make that a venti?" Don't mind if I do. Let me say thank you. Let me get the venti, please. Cold foam on top. Girl, I was over there. Let me place this order. If he would have said anything else, I probably would have got two of them. Hey, let me get two then since you're doing it like that. But he said his day wasn't going good. So it made him feel better knowing he could do something for somebody else. I was like, that is so sweet. I'm going to pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? At another time. And that's what I did. So anyway, intermission over. I just had to give y'all the update. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I be having Starbucks Chronicles often on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's like we be having to talk about Starbucks or something like that. But anyway, Phil gives me shy boy. Being with Shiloh is safe, but Sydney had that fire. You think I don't think he's shy boy. I feel like I was thinking he was shy at first until I started seeing all of the ladies that wanted to take him on a date. Right, to meet their friends or whatever, or him meet their friend, however it was. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. So Phil is really getting around. He's really talking to the ladies. So I honestly don't think he's shy. I think he a little player. Okay, I don't think Sydney has any substance. Yike. I don't like how I see Sydney be so giddy for some reason. It's some about it. I don't like it. I was on Sydney's IG and she definitely is an IG model or wants to be. Thanks, hey Jay, because she definitely gives off that vibe. Sydney is not into Phil. She's into that F boy. Talking about Frank, that F boy. Talking about Frank. Dang, and I want a dragon mango lemonade from. I may have to try that one, honey. The lemonade, okay? What you say, bonded girl? Me at the house making lattes with my Keurig, feeling real bougie. I need to get me a Keurig. I've been thinking about it so that I don't have to be going out here always getting Starbucks, and I could just walk to the kitchen and just make my own list. I be seeing the girls on TikTok making these scrumptious little coffees, these iced coffees and all that other stuff they be doing at the house. Girl, I need to get my life together real soon. Yes, ma'am. Somebody brought my coffee this week too. Oh, see, look at there. Look at everybody paying it forward during the holidays. We can appreciate it. Phil is not medium ugly, ma'am. So it worked out for him. Listen, the disrespect. The Shiloh and Phil's conversion was uncomfortable. You mean the conversation was uncomfortable to watch? Wondering if they were intimate already. Otherwise, why would she be under the impression that they were in a relationship? Girl, messy boots. I don't know. But the way things have been in the past with these people, I would not be surprised if they have crossed that line. And you know what? Yes. You know what gave me that thought? Because that did come across my mind, but it did come across my mind during that conversation. It was the preview to the next episode when we see how upset they get. The fact that they have to go and sit in front of nephew Tommy as though it's some type of counseling session. I was like, girl, what didn't happen here? Did these people what is going on? So I understand where you're going, Keisha. I'm following you. I didn't see it at that time, but projecting to next episode, I did. Phil gives me not lazy mama boy. When his mama is gone, rest her soul, Father God. Rest her soul. Not when this woman is gone. Not lazy mama. Who mama? Phil needs to stop playing. LOL. His innocent looks is what makes what? Is what makes what? I missed that. Oh, what makes women feel safe? Okay, got you. Okay. I don't think he's a shy boy. Feel like this is the most attention he got and doesn't know how to choose right. He not looking for a wife. Girl, I don't know what's going on with Phil. I don't know. I would think that he probably would lock somebody down by now. But I guess not. I don't know what his issue is. Maybe he's enjoying being a playboy or something. I'm over here cracking up with your commentary and making face expressions. Keep pushing through. Thanks, Dorian. It'll be worth it. I'm gonna have to look into that one, Bondi. Do you have the newer ones, like the small Keurig, the little small skinny? You know, they used to have the big ones. Now they got the smaller ones, but like they're more like I guess like you could say portable or whatever they call it, like the ones you can like take with you wherever. Phil kissed Shiloh like a friend, but kissed Sydney like he wanted. Listen, and that's what I feel, Cassandra. I feel like when it comes to Sydney, he's not interested in her. It makes me think he's not interested in nobody. He's an F-boy. I feel like the connection he has with Sydney, and I know I put this in my notes, is the fact that it's a sexual chemistry. That's it. Because that's a woman he would desire. Right, he would desire to be with, because it's no shade, right? It's not at all. Usually you see these Instagram chicks, they're gonna want somebody that's fit, slim, you know what I'm saying, got a bit of swag with them and stuff. And Phil just doesn't give off that. So it makes me think that that's somebody he would not normally get. That's why he's infatuated with what she got going on, but more so it's really a sexual chemistry between them. And I don't know what the fuck she sees in him. Okay, yeah. Send me a pic. Thanks, Bondi. I don't know what he sees in. I mean, I don't know what she sees in him, but if that's what she liked, who am I? I mean, I feel like maybe Frank is just a shorter version of Phil. Okay, they're probably about the same size or whatever. It's just that Frank is shorter, but okay. So then we got Dante and Aisha. So they really feeling each other. They really are. I want to know, what do y'all think about this connection? Because I am starting to feel like Dante and Aisha are probably the only ones that actually have a real connection. So y'all let me know if I'm tripping, right? So he tells her he is glad that she got a chance to relax that night, you know, after everything that happened with Miss Zadia. Okay, now she started to go back down that road about to vent, and it's hilarious. She's like, but I'm just saying, like, she tried to play me, and then that's when he was like, calm down. We're not even gonna go back down that road. We've moved past it. Everything is good, okay? So at the end of the day, he tells her that he's interested in her. So he wants to see where he goes from there. So really, that was him making his decision, making his choice, okay? I wasn't mad at it. Because like I said, I felt like I feel like their connection is the strongest I've seen on the show. In addition, it was like a nanny boo-boo, Miss Zadia, because you was sitting up here doing all that big talk at the table, talking about how this woman didn't have any connections, and she done slithered her way right on up there, and she done snatched up your connection. So what was it? Yeah, I feel like that's another reason why I liked it even more. Girl, I'm gonna have to do some investigating about Miss Aisha, honey, because when they did that flash forward to next week's episode, and I saw her mom sitting there, when I tell you her mom looks just like my auntie, girl. And we got family up there in that area. I was like, girl, let me find out. Okay, I'm gonna have to do me a little investigation over there. I wonder what Corey doing now. Probably still cutting and pasting. What you mean cutting and pasting? I ain't got time. I don't have time not cutting and pasting. Phil is giving clues. He's no longer interested in Shiloh. Should keep it moving. Yeah. She gonna find out for sure on next week. And it seems like whatever he has done is going to be unforgivable for her. Can't fault her on it. I feel like she's been trying to figure out where she stands with him for a minute now. And now that they're having this conversation, she's starting to ask questions and stuff. I still feel like she left the table without having clarity. So, girl, if she didn't know now, she gonna know next week. I like Dante and Aisha, but he has 3 baby moms. That alone, Aisha can do better. Excuse me. I have to agree. She could definitely do better. I forgot about the kids briefly. I'm not gonna lie. The kind of good thing is she got kids too. And the fact that she may not want to carry anymore may be a better thing for her, because she could just love on the kids that he already has. But it's the baby mamas that could possibly be the issue, because not all baby mamas are good baby mamas, right? There are some baby mamas that want to create hell, right? Because they still living in the past. So hopefully Dante has good relationships with those ladies. So we gonna see. But I feel like that doesn't have to be an overall bad thing for Aisha. So we gonna see, child. Did Nadia get ready at the restaurant? Did you say Nadia or Zadia? Where did the makeup bag and flip flops come from? Girl, good night. She could have got ready at the restaurant, girl. She could have gotten ready because she did take. Maybe she had the shoes in her bag, or somebody was holding them. Maybe production was holding them for her. Because baby girl definitely went and switched up. She should have switched up that foundation. That's something I'll never get over. But that's just me. I am tired of seeing her in the confessionals and on camera in different settings with bronze face and brown skin. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but it bothers me so much, especially when she really be thinking she giving because she work out. Anyway, I wonder what Corey doing now. Probably. Oh no, I think I read that one. I didn't like when Zadia called Aisha dense. I didn't like that either. You want to call somebody dense, but you over here being pressed. Okay, girl, that's fine. I'll be dense, honey. Definitely giving jealousy for sure. Not I think she had a BBL, and that's why she couldn't do a lot of sit-down dates in the season. Oh, Aisha, really? I didn't even catch any of that. Not taking a break to go have a BBL, girl, and then coming back. Okay. No, ma'am. Shiloh don't have another connection though. She don't. And it was Dante, and she doesn't anymore. Okay. Girl, Zadia was out of control. Zadia was out of mother control, honey. Out of control for a person that you really didn't even want. That's the crazy part for me. But let's keep going. Let's get to Newman and Frank. Okay. Frank, to me, smooth operator, great with words, gift of gab all day long. It makes sense. He's what, an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. Gotta have the gift of gab if you out here trying to be successful, because he definitely has it, right? He says he still like Sydney, but he's definitely willing to give Newman the time. Newman and Walter are not connecting, so she goes and she falls back on the person that, she was interested in, which is Frank. I don't really see too much wrong with it, I guess, try it out and see what happens. Newman is going to focus on Frank for the rest of the trip, she says. Frank gives Newman a golf ball from their first date with her name on it and the date that they went out. And I actually thought that was cute. I thought that was kind of thoughtful of him. I was like, okay, I guess, all right, that's not bad. Now, Frank says that he wants to open up more to Newman. And Newman is here for it and says that she has the strongest connection with him now that she don't got that connection with Walter no more. Okay. And she wants to park with him, meaning I want to just see where we can go. Like, what's up with it, right? Frank says that it's good to hear and he likes it, but he's talking to someone else. Frank making Newman believe to me that he really wants to have a situation with her. But I don't know. I feel like Frank and Phil probably got the same thing. They see the esque. They see the model-esque or whatever's going on with Sydney. And I feel like they like that. I feel like they wouldn't likely get that for real in the real world. So that's why they leaning towards her and the energy she gives off. But I don't see Sydney really giving off any genuine interest for real. Like, I don't know, like something. I think she's like, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I think that's what Sydney gives off. I'm just happy to be here. Not so much as like I'm really, really feeling you. I don't know. Y'all let me know, because I don't think so. Walter was pissing me off at the lunch meetup with Newman. I gotta go back and look at the notes on that one. With the lunch that he had with her. When he got ready to pretty much let her know what the update was from the guys. I like Frank's a little stocky built self. Oh, you like it? Okay. All right. You likes anyone that looks at her twice. Yikes. I can't disagree with that, considering the connection that she ended up having with Corey earlier this season. And that connection really came because he decided to help her out with her tire. Okay. I like Frank honestly with her. So you do like Frank with Newman? Okay. Or do you like him with Sydney? Aisha is going to give Zadia that work at the reunion. How do they expect people to form real connections in only 3 weeks? That's the gag. That is the gag. I don't know, dear heart. Sydney doesn't even seem to want a relationship. It's weird, right? She's giving just looking for a bop vibes. Okay, so it ain't just me. Oh, looking for a boo vibes. Sydney just playing the game. She really don't like these men. I don't think so, because I just feel like they wouldn't be her type. And the reason she flocked to Frank is because he was familiar, honestly. And if she wants to be able to stay on the show and get a little promo, get a little coin, then why not go over there and act like you like really crazy about Frank? And just not too long ago, you was talking about Frank is your boo. That's boo. You so crazy about Frank and all this other stuff, but then you over here tonguing down Phil and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess did she just say that at the retreat? How much she was so into Frank, but she wasn't telling nobody about Phil, really? I don't think she was. I don't recall her mentioning it. And then here it is, you all on a date, and you want him to really show you that he's interested and all this extra stuff. Girl, I can't. Sydney makeup match is tragic too. It is tragic too. And the overdoing of the baby hairs on one side of the head is definitely overdoing it as well. I like the confessional when she had on the lace wig though. I said, okay, I kind of like this better. It's not bad. Can we talk about this season's wigs? Hated Zadia's wig. Hated it. I feel like Camille probably had maybe a sew-in, or like that was mostly her hair. I don't think Camille looked bad at all. Aisha, no, she was wrong for that. For her to be a hairstylist or whatever she had going on, girl. No, ma'am. She the female version of Frank, she said. She did. Didn't she say that? So that means also she's like a playgirl. You know, it is what it is. Mitch Max wigs and Mitch Mac makeup. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Zadia and Dante. Zadia comes in with an attitude and says she felt abandoned by him. I believe everything Frank said about her being more focused on Naim than she was focused on him. And she didn't start showing interest, just like it's normal, right? That's what a lot of people do. When they talking to you and they see that you're getting interested in somebody else and somebody else can snatch you up, then they want to go and give you their attention. And that's the same thing that I got from Zadia. When she saw that Dante was more into Aisha, that's when she wanted to give him attention. And that's, I guess, girl, she definitely was playing it like a dude was, okay? Miss Girl is tough. She was playing it like a dude. She tells him that she felt uncovered and unprotected. What? Uncovered and unprotected? How was he supposed to protect you? I'm confused. Did you give this same energy to Naim, or did we just not see what Naim had to say? Because I do feel like Naim probably overprotected you, especially the way he showed his ass at the end when he was talking to Nephew Tommy. Okay, so how did you, like, I'm confused. What was he supposed to do? If you was wrong, you was wrong. I feel like Dante probably was about the only person telling her she was wrong. But anyway, and I felt like you connected more with Naim, so he should have made you feel covered and protected if it wasn't going to be Dante, because you wasn't checking for Dante. But all right, girl. So she felt like she walked into something blind. Girl, cut it out. See, what it is you was trying to downplay Miss Aisha, and you already came in the room, in my opinion, thinking that you were better than Miss Aisha and thought that you had more connections going for you than Aisha. Okay, that's the only reason why you was blind, because you didn't see it coming, because you probably thought that you had Dante wrapped around your little finger, considering the fact that you was giving all of your energy to Naim and not to Dante. Girl, you got play, and I loved it. Let's keep going. Okay. What else? He says that the process, he said, but that's the process. You know, I'm going to connect with other people. She says, that's fine, but you didn't tell me. I guess, honey. Girl, you should have put 2 and 2 together. Okay. But then I also felt like this. How is he supposed to tell you this, Zadia, when you were the one that fell back on him? Like, how is he supposed to really let you know this stuff? How he supposed to do that? You the one who, you ain't coming around enough for him to tell you anything. So what is he supposed to do? Just like a lot of women be like, I'm not gonna chase you. Okay, men are like, I'm not gonna chase you either. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over here to where my attention is. I'm going ahead and be who I want to be with. So he tells her again that it's a two-way street. And she asked him, when did he ever walk into something that he didn't know what was going on or what was going to be said? And he tells her, girl, at every deliberation, I'm hearing something new. And I agree, because at one point it was him and Walter talking about Zadia. And then, of course, you had Naim talking about Zadia. I feel like Frank could have even mentioned Zadia. So I feel like, yeah, Dante has heard some surprising things the entire time. All right, let me see what y'all are saying. Naim needs to not go after Zadia. He doesn't. Zadia played Dante when they first got to the resort. She did. The way that Naim embraced her lets me know that they have had a lot of conversations. And I didn't see a whole lot of interaction between Zadia and Dante anyway while there. She definitely played him. She's conveniently forgetting she was ignoring him. She was. Frank came through at the sit down with Tommy. Did he? I said, "Oh, Frank is a lot playing." I was like, "Okay, Frank, you got some sense over there." Okay, the name calling was very ugly and disrespectful, and we'll talk about it. Man, she handled it all wrong. Zadia was mad he chose Aisha. She sees her as a less than for some reason. She does. She absolutely does see that woman as less than. Yeah, old girl definitely played it like a dude. She was playing victim. And didn't want to get all in that man's face. Now, if that man had cussed her out, then he would have been in the wrong, right? But what I loved, that man was up there eating his food. That man was like, "Oh, I'm just hungry." He did food. Thank you for bringing my food. She done walked over there. She done came back. Okay, he listened to what she had to say, and then he didn't say, okay, she don't watch and did what she want to do. I'm gonna get back into this plate. And I was here for him on that. I thought they were having unprotected when this conversation first. Who was having unprotected? Are you talking about Shiloh and or who you talking about, girl? Mr. Harbor. She used the same mishandling language Kyra used last season. Ooh, and that let me go ahead. Yeah, that pissed me off too. Zadia is mad that she's mad at the fact that Dante gave a massage to Miss Girl, but it's like, how are you supposed to give a massage and make time for you when you're all focused on somebody else? So what are you supposed to do? The massage probably could have been for either one of y'all. Yikes. But he was gonna see who played what. And Miss Aisha was more deserving of it. So he was trying to see how is he supposed to focus on potentially being with her when she was focused on pursuing someone else. She says, is it potentially or that you had already made up your mind? And it's like, well, why is you trying to flip this conversation? Cut it out. So she mad that he planned things for he and Aisha, but didn't plan for her. Whose fault is that, Marianne? Dante says it seems like she already made her decision and he wasn't going to try if she wasn't. I said, yes, Dante, you better remember what to say. Yes, while you're speaking on him making his decision and you're asking, did he make his decision or not? You had already made yours. So what is he supposed to do? You've already made it. Dante was unbelievable. Dante has unbelievable poise because Zadia would have gotten a reaction out of me, I fear. Ooh. Dante handled it so well, made me forget he has 3 baby mamas, right? Zadia just spent too much time up Camille's ass. Girl, I don't know what I feel like Zadia spent too much time up her own ass. Okay, I hope they give the cast mental health evaluations. Her ego was bruised. That's why she lashed out looking goofy. Goofy is hella goofy, girl, hella goofy. Now, not barefoot in a restaurant during the pandemic, right. The vegan risotto was better than Zadia. Clearly it was. And risotto is good. So I was like, oh, vegan risotto? Try that. The way he handled that was so attractive. I was like, what? Look at you being a whole man. Okay. Maybe that's what his homegirl meant when she said that he's grown a lot. And that man just sat there and he just took it. But I also think that he knew what was up, right? It was nothing for him to truly react about when he knows she just mad that her ego was bruised, and he know that she just mad that she jealous. You did all that trying to play that woman, and you was the one that got played. So it ain't nothing to react to. You just mad. You'll be fine. You already made your choice, and why are you giving me all this third degree when you already made your choice? How you gonna be mad? Had it would have been a man behaving that way, they would have removed him immediately. 1,000% had he came at her in her face aggressive. Nephew Tommy would have had to sit down with him and told him, hey, that's not how men come at women. We're going to go ahead and end your journey here because of X, Y, and Z, ABC. But they allowed this woman to turn up on more than one occasion. Okay. And then y'all let her stay all the way to the end. And eventually, they pieced her out. But I'm saying that I do feel like she is the cause of that argument to take place between she and Aisha. Aisha just was mentioning whatever she was mentioning. And when nobody even talking to Zadia. Zadia felt the need to hop into this conversation and then try and call somebody a hater. because you feel like they ain't got no connections. Meanwhile, she's taking your connection. I can't. Girl, have a seat in a corner. Okay? Not him being used to women popping off on him, girl. Hilarious. Dante having 3 baby mamas worked out for him because he got patience. Okay? He definitely had patience for her, and she was definitely projecting silent noise. Okay? Definitely projecting. She mad that he planned things for Aisha. I think I talked about that. Dante says that it seems like she already made her choice. Talked about that. He says that he was never going to be second fiddle to nobody. I don't blame you, honey. Don't be second. Don't play second. Don't play second. But you was already kind of playing second, and then you must have came to your senses. It was clicking, Stephen. It started clicking, and so you decided to go ahead and scoot to the left and get on you some Miss Aisha. All right, and then I feel like Aisha bout just made it really much better for him. So it was easier for him to go ahead and merge over there and have the connection. Hold on, y'all. Let me check something real quick. Like, what time did I put up for my Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because I'm over here going through this review now, girl. Wait a minute, honey. Give me a second. What time do I? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Anyway, I forgot I had changed that time because I'm like, no, I'm still going. But anyway, let's keep going. All right. So, what else happened? She asked, okay, so what are you saying right now? I'm like, girl, what you think he's saying? He pretty much already said it and already told you, dear heart. He's already let you know what's going on. So then he says, oh, well, I'm just gonna rock with Aisha. So that's where we at with that. And I just laughed my ass off because again, you thought that Aisha had no connections, but the whole time she had yours. And so she asked, so did you ever care about me? Now, this is when, she asked him, so did you ever care about me? He asked, what you think? And then she says, okay, you can enjoy her and her long talks about nothing. And I'm over here like, nothing to you. Nothing to you. She does not interact with you like that. Okay. And whenever she do talk, it's likely long conversations about this show and stuff like that. So, girl, you just so mad. You was just so mad. And I was laughing. I was like, yeah, girl, go on, get up and walk out, girl. Bye. So then Zadia walks off because she feels played and then turns around and comes back and says that he never allowed her to say where he stood with her. He never allowed you to say where it is that he stands with you when you had all of this time to say something and you wait until he chooses up on somebody else for you to feel like it's time for you to open your mouth and say what's what. Girl, I feel like that man gave you more than enough time to tell him where he stood, but you chose not to because you were so focused on Naim. But okay, Zadia to me came off as fake, and she also came off as jealous and continuing to be lame. But let's keep going. So she walks back to tell him that he was never second fiddle, and then says that she was going to choose him before they left the house. All I heard was liar, liar, pants on fire. That's all that I heard. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Girl, you was not going to choose this man before they left the house. Girl, you wasn't even interacting with this man before y'all left the house. You also sat your cornflake ass up there talking about some, I felt unprotected and I felt uncovered. So this is what you're saying. This is how you felt, but then you was going to choose him. You wasn't going to choose him after he embarrassed you in front of a few of your friends when he said that you pretty much was doing too much when it came down to the debate between you and Aisha at the table. So you had no intentions on choosing him. So why are you sitting up here lying? How was you going to choose him at the house when all of his time was going towards another woman? That didn't even make no sense. Girl, cut it out. You lost. Okay, you lost. It's okay. It's all right. So then she puts her finger all in that man's face, calling him fraud and fake. And I'm like, girl, if you don't go find the nearest mirror, if you don't go find you a mirror to point at, because you gotta calm down, man. Calm down. You gotta calm down. Okay, not you, Miss Mitch Match Foundation, dear heart. Not you. Sitting up here pointing at this man. Girl, no ma'am. Yikes. But yes, liar, liar, pants on fire. Zadia is a mess. I can't figure out why she took her shoes off walking through the lounge. Get her. Okay? Get her. Girl. And he knew it was some BS too. The moment he saw her turning back around, he was like, I already know she finna, And see, now I know he's even more glad that he made his decision. You've shown me more than one time how you handle situations. So I don't, if that's not where he is with how he handles situation and he prefers to have conversations like talking, versus arguing, then why would he continue to go down that road with you? No, ma'am. When Zaza walked off from Dante, all I heard was shoe fly shoe. Ooh, not Martell. I mean, not Marceau. Not Marceau, shoe fly shoe, honey. She lashed out because she wanted to regain control and soothe her broken ego. Ooh, yes. Yes. Wanted to regain control because she felt played. I felt played. She felt like he got the best of her. So she wanted to go back and try and make him feel how she was feeling or whatever. Yeah. It was a mess, LOL. Like, why wasn't she embarrassed? Why didn't her own damn pride pull her back? Like, girl, why not? I know one of them mamas popped off on him just like that. I think I read that one. Probably so, child. Yeah, Zadia showed her entire behind. Her conflict resolution skills are non-existent. I don't know what this woman got going on internally, but she needs to fix it. I forgot they had a connection. She didn't seem all that into him for her to be so upset. Right. I don't understand why she was so mad. It was unnecessary to hate on Aisha like that. So disrespectful. Right. And then gonna tell this man, what she goes on to tell him, she said, you can enjoy your conversation, long conversation about nothing. She walks back, they get into it, or at least she gets into it with him, and then turns around and says that she calls her dense and also calls her dumb in the confessional. And I'm surprised that they even let that shit fly in the confessional like that. Calling this woman dense and dumb. No, ma'am, that was rude. That was mean. But you the one sitting up here looking dense and dumb, though. That's what you look dumb for walking back, and you look dense as hell when he played you or told you the truth about why he was not going to be sitting up here pursuing you. So anyway, girl, I'm not here for Miss Girl, but I am looking forward to the reunion because I want to hear what Aisha does say about the things that Zadia had to say about her. But some part of me feel like they may not even bring that part up because, they like to keep it classy based. They not gonna want no arguments or anything. But I would like to see what Aisha has to say about that. Like, you're not gonna sit up here and call me dumb and dense and think I'm not gonna respond to you. Girl, no ma'am. So, I mean, we'll see. I would like for them to bring it up, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Zadia's ego was bruised because she always thought she was better than Aisha, and Dante chose Aisha. That's what I'm saying. And you know what, Fedora, like, if the reunion is explosive, that will be hella interesting considering, to be honest, the season was flat. The season truly did not give like the other seasons in the past. So that'll be sad in a way if the reunion gives more than what the actual show gave. I found it ironic because she was upset about shrinking her list, and now because she didn't, she got eliminated. Girl, the irony, honey, the irony of it all. They let it fly for when they have the reunion. Aisha, they gonna bring it up because production gonna be messy. Well, I hope they are messy. I hope they are. They have slowly been showing the side of Zadia, showing this side of Zadia, even the close-up of her not toasting with the ex. Yes, they have. They have. Like, Zadia does come off like she's entitled a bit. Yes, throw the season away. Throw it away. They better redeem themselves. I hope they don't be. I hope the next season is not in DC. Yeah, I don't know if it's the production team that's trash or if it's the actual cast members. I feel like it's a lot going on with production and whoever organizes the show and stuff. So y'all may want to come back down south or something. Do better. Do better. Okay, I don't have much hope for the reunion with Tommy hosting. Not with Tommy hosting. I mean, Tommy do be trying to cut the BS before we really, really can get there. I feel like the most iconic reunion was when Tondi asked Reva how my cootie toit tastes. Yes, I feel like that was the most iconic reunion. I don't think we'll ever get another one like that again. But anyways, so Walter and Sabrina, I don't want them together. I thought I did in the beginning. I don't. I do not want Walter and Sabrina together. I actually hope when we get to the reunion that they're not even together. Like, yeah, we thought it would work, but we quickly realized no. I feel like Sabrina truly lusts over him. To me, I don't like it. I like it. But anyway, let's keep going. So Walter says that Sabrina made the decision easy for him to choose. I guess. No, I don't guess. I feel like your decision was already made before you got there. You rode up there with Sabrina. You already made your decision. The sad part is that Newman did not pay enough attention to it to know that the decision was already made. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the moment she found out he rode up there with that woman, you should have knew that they got a strong connection. She like, I don't like that. But anyway, Walter tells her that her being there with him was a no-brainer. Yeah, because you didn't like nobody calling you out on your SHI about how you made them feel for real. And then trying to use the fact that she walked off as though it was like a big deal for you, a big issue for you, or whatever, I guess. So then she tells him about her being bullied in school. And at the age of 18, 19, she didn't go back home or whatever. She didn't want to go home. So she decided to get a job at a gentleman's club. And she feels like that actually helped her and turned her into the amazing woman that she is today. Okay, I ain't gonna dispute it, girl. If that's how you feel. All right, then, honey. Anyway, so he agrees with her. Right. So Sabrina brings up Walter not calling and texting her, but she says he was giving her space. That's what he says, oh, I was giving you your space. And she's like, I don't really talk to him a lot. He doesn't really call me a whole lot. And I'm like, he's just not that into you then. He's into you enough for this show, but he's just not that into you. And I feel like this man's wife passed away almost 20 years ago. This man has not been married yet. But he talked about how, yeah, I came close, but it hasn't happened yet, and you ain't got no kids. I think Walter is content with life the way that it is. And unless there's a life and death situation to happen, as far as he is concerned, I think that's the only way he will lock down whatever woman he's with at that time. But other than that, goodwill hunting, because it's not happening. What else happened? What else did I want to say? She says at the retreat, he wanted to focus. This is what Walter told her at the retreat. I want to focus on you. I feel like he told her that before they even got down there. Okay. But she felt like he chose her by default. I'm glad you knew that too. But I still feel like y'all already had that conversation. Okay. She feels like he chose her by default because with him saying he wants to focus on her, he still doesn't hit her up like that. He don't really call her like that. So that leaves her to be, pressed about the situation. Sabrina and Walter look good together. I mean, they did in the beginning. But it's something about her attitude that I ain't no fan of, but okay. Camille and Cornelius are still rocking. They posted, yeah, I saw that image of them together. Walter being a widower is his whole personality. Yes, Walter telling her business was whack. Walter comes off as catty and judgmental, in my opinion. Walter is just happy the cute dancer is paying attention to him. I can't wait till next episode when they meet the family. She made him look like a fool because he made her feel like one at the piano. Why Walter brought up Sabrina being a stripper to the guys, he should have kept that private. He probably should have. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing or not. I mean, she did tell him, so I see y'all point. He should have just kept it amongst them. But I guess I feel like didn't Phil open up and talk about Aisha maybe I'm tripping, but y'all remind me. Didn't Phil open up and talk about Aisha's fear of having a kid or whatever? Or did he keep some of that private? Because I'm thinking that maybe they share this type of stuff amongst the group, but y'all remind me, honey. Let me see. I didn't like that Walter brought that up to the guys. I like how Phil kept Aisha stuff. Okay, so Phil got you. That's what I was wondering. I was trying to compare because I'm thinking that they share stuff like this. So with that being said, yes, I definitely understand y'all point. Walter definitely could have kept that to himself. But I feel like also Walter likes SHI like that. And I feel like he probably thought that was like a bragging moment too. Like, yeah, you know, I got a woman that used to be a stripper. So because she knew how she used to be a stripper, she probably got them moves or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because now being a stripper is so accepted and it's so normal and common now versus how it was back in the day when you were kind of like shamed or people looked down on you for being one. Now it's somewhat something to brag about. So I feel like he exposed that to the guys just so they could be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up. Like, okay. But then want to turn around and use it as well. You know, it made me think that, you know, people just want you to know, accept them, their past and all or whatever. And it's like, I guess. He wanted to see if his frat bros approved. I feel Phil and the new lady are great together. You mean Sydney? Walter wants kids and Sabrina isn't for that. She's not. That's why I'm like, why is y'all wasting y'all time? In Sabrina's defense, I will say sometimes women say that, but then when they get with a different partner, it changes their perspective and they'll likely be open to it. So she says that she doesn't, but she might change her mind. I still don't want them to be together. But anyway, Phil didn't really tell Aisha's business. He kept it cute. Okay, thank you. Walter started It's a Red Flag, but was excited that he may have saw her perform. Make it make sense. Yes, right? He did do that. Like, dang, did I see her? I saw her. I think I saw her. Like, what the fuck? Walter stated, no, I think I read that one. Sabrina is 45. She ain't thinking about no more kids. Ooh, 45. True. Walter gonna be trying to go out and get him a young woman like Newman. That's what he gonna be trying to do. Walter should have given Newman a chance. Yeah, he should have. But I think Walter enjoys a person like like Sabrina that's giddy about him versus a woman that's probably gonna call him out on his stuff. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't think Walter likes stuff like that. I don't think he really like to be checked too much or put in his place. I don't believe Walter really wants kids. Oh, okay. I'm not looking forward to the family meeting episode. It's too soon for that. The friend meeting was already cringy. Then you went from meeting the friends to meeting the exes to now meeting the family. Girl, so many meetings, honey, but let's keep going. Sydney and Phil. We got to talk about Sydney and Phil. So they go out on a date and she asked him about Shiloh and what's up with that. He tells her that he has a strong connection with her, but they still have some bumps in the road. And I'm like, do y'all really? Do you really? Y'all really got bumps in the road? I don't know. I don't know if I believe they got bumps in the road, but okay. I feel like the only bump in the road is him not knowing what it is he truly wants to do. That's just what I'm thinking, okay? Now, he asked her about Frank. She said she likes Frank, but she wants to get a deeper connection with him like she has with Frank. So Miss Sydney pretty much didn't even address what's really going on with Frank. She just wanted to get back to Phil. Okay, so Phil says he can work on being more vulnerable and opens up about his biggest regret, which is him not giving his mother grandkids, and his mom passed away about 4 years ago, right? So when it comes to Phil and Sydney, he says he wants to get to know her better. She's like, that's fine, but I'm gonna need you to act on that. If that's something you say you're trying to do, cool, just make sure that you act on that, right? So they end up kissing, girl, a few times. I was disgusted, but okay. They kissed a few times. And that's when I said, you know what? The connection between the both of them is a sexual one. Do you think Shiloh is lying about her age? Did Shiloh say she was like 35 or something like that? Because I feel like Shiloh is over 35. I feel like she said she was 35. And I'm like, no, ma'am, you got to be older than 35, in my opinion. If not, it makes me feel like she could have possibly had a hard life in her past. Because y'all know, people that be having them hard lives in their past, they come out looking much, much older than what they are. 33? Bitch, you a whole 33, Lizzie. Girl, I thought she said 35. Girl, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think I know too many 35, 33-year-olds that look like it. Like, girl. I mean, all right then. I guess, honey. I'm over here stressed out by that number 33. Girl, I'm 36. Somebody lying. And I think it's her. Like, I don't know about that girl. Not no. She got some Caucasian blood. That's what it is. And it's no shade to the Caucasians, but you guys definitely look much older than what you are. I'm talking about 7+ years older than what you are. So girl, 33. Girl, Mia of Potomac was trying to convince the people that she's 35. Okay, good luck. All right, no ma'am, not no damn 33, but we're gonna keep it moving then. If she wants, all right, we're gonna give her a pass this time, America. Okay. And have y'all been watching Selling Tampa? I don't know how old Joanna is, but Joanna got a 22-year-old child with a grandchild, and Joanna don't look like nothing she been through. Joanna look like she 22 herself. She look like she in her 20s. Girl, no ma'am. But let me not judge these folks, y'all. I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit. I'm not gonna even, because I don't know what that lady life been like. It's probably been a hard knock life, because it looked like she knocking on a good 40-something. But if that's what, who am I? Okay, and let me stop, girl. Let me not put my age out there, because y'all see me on TV. I'm probably gonna lie too. I'm 30. Yes, pushing a hard 39. I'm 30. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, change all the records on Google to make sure everything matches accordingly. I'm 30 years old. Girl, I'll probably be lying too, honey. Okay, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. So the guys circle up, and Tommy lets them know about Cornelius and Camille not being ready to love. And I ain't like how he said that. I'm like, let's not say they wasn't ready to love, okay? Let's say that he wasn't ready to love and she decided to dip out with his ass. It's like, let's be clear. Let's keep it honest, okay? Because that's what happened. She decided to skip to her Lou with her man, even though he felt like she was Lulu, all right? But anyway, so they tell Tommy about Zadia and Aisha. So they talk about the incident that took place at the retreat. And Naim, to me, was having his girl Zadia's back down to the ground. And I was upset about it. I could not. I said, it was like he was rearranging everything that they were saying. Like, whatever the guys say, he'll go back and try and reinterpret. Right? Even how he did the Brown Girl Squad. Do you hear what I say? I said, this man is, no, sir. But anyway, so Naim is having his girl back by saying, when Aisha started naming names, right, when it came down to the debate between the ladies, it could have been taken as an attack, which could have been perceived as an attack or whatever. And I'm like, but she was just giving her point of view. It wasn't, even if it was taken as an attack, it wasn't an attack for Zadia to take on. It would have been an attack for Camille to take on, the same person that sat up there and said, I will whoop y'all, if they would have eliminated her man, which ended up happening, and we saw no asses get whooped, okay? So there's that. And then Frank brings up the alliance that took place, and with the Brown Girl Squad and all of that. So then Tommy, I guess I think he didn't understand the whole Brown Girl Squad. He was like, y'all are going to say Brown Girl Squad, then how is that going to affect the people that are light-skinned? And I'm like, Tommy, we don't even have to go to the light-skinned folks yet. Let's focus on the other black women, brown women in the room, okay? Because to me, it seems like y'all tried to separate yourselves from the other brown women that were in the room too. So what's that about? Right? So then here go Naim BSing, talking about something. Well, I don't think it was like that. I don't think that's something they were trying to do. What I think it is that it was really, they brought the group together based on their personalities. And did y'all notice they did a real quick cut to Dante, and then it changed. And Dante was like, this nigga. Like you could see Dante kind of like do a body movement, like this nigga still gonna sit up here and do this. So I cringed when I saw Naim talking directly to Tommy. He knew he was giving Tommy BS. And if you could tell on his face, he was trying not to smile, right? Because he knew he was full of shit. He knew it. But what he was trying to do, he was trying to save his girl. He was trying to save her to continue to be on the show. That's what he was trying to do. Because he knew he had no other connection, so he had to fight for his love. And that's the fight that Zadia was talking about, okay? If somebody that you're loving, what she said, if somebody that you're like is on the chopping block, then you just have to fight for them. Okay, well, that's exactly what your boy was doing, and it didn't work out for neither one of y'all. All right, but okay, anyway. So when it came down to it and the guys talked about who they were least connected with, who they were connected with, we already know. Walter into Sabrina, Dante into Aisha, Naim into Zadia, Frank is into Newman and Sydney, and then you have Phil into Shiloh and Sydney, okay? Now, Dante brings up Zadia when it's time to talk about the people they're least connected with, and I was like, yes. I was like, do not go out of this room without Dante being able to mention how he truly feels, okay, about the situation with Zadia. He has to bring it up. So Naim says that when Dante broke down the overall story about what happened with Zadia and him, the question came up like, how do you feel about that, Naim? Naim said, oh, I feel fine. I feel okay. Girl, he pissed me off with that. I feel fine. I feel okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good over here in my neck of the woods because how she treat him ain't got nothing to do with how she treat me. Frank says, yeah, but you may not have experienced it, but it's a pattern. It's showing you how she handles situations. I said, Frank, you better speak up, brother. Speak up. Naim is a clown. That's all I captured from that. So when it came down to the least connections, Naim said that he's not connected with Sydney. Walter's not connected with Newman. Frank's not connected with Zadia nor Shiloh, and then Phil's not connected with Newman. So when it came down to it, Walter has to go and sit down with Newman, right? And he tells her about the pool conversation and how it didn't go well and how he didn't like the fact that she was walking away from him. So Newman tells him that he pulled away and he was completely locked in on Sabrina. So while you trying to call out my faults, let me call out your faults too, right? So he felt like she eliminated herself and that he has been consistent and cautious as well. You've been very cautious, but you've also been clear, okay? She just did not catch on soon enough. So then Newman was not here for this sit down. You could tell all on her face. She kind of had an attitude. It seems like she kind of already knew what it was about, but still wasn't sure at the same time. So she looks like she was over the meeting, right? Walter says that he said something like it felt like a setup when they were at the piano or whatever. And I'm like, it didn't have to feel like a setup. Because we all understand what this process is about. You're dating multiple people. They both know that both of them are an option of yours. So it didn't have to be awkward. You could have just played the music or whatever. And it made me feel like you created this song with Newman and you probably didn't want to have Newman start singing that song in front of Sabrina. And then Sabrina starts to question the connection that y'all two had. So it definitely gave side girl vibes or whatever. And I didn't like it. And at the end of the day, Newman is saved. She's saved by Frank. So that's a good thing. But when it comes to Phil, he has to sit down with Zadia. I did not like how this ended. Y'all know I hate when the people tell you what you're supposed to say, right? But I also didn't like how he did the overall, like letting her know whether she's ready or not, ready to love. So she tells him that Dante is a coward. And I'm like, how he a coward? Because he chose who he wanted to be with. Girl, stop. She tells him about the meeting with Dante and how she crossed the boundaries of putting her hand on him. I'm glad you realized that. I'm glad you know. Zadia finished his statement for him, which I hate. I hated that she finished the statement. And so she ended up getting sent home. She was like, oh, you're about to say that I'm not ready to love. And it just made me cringe, okay? I don't know why she came in there talking about she came in there in her most baddest outfit. All right, girl. So anyway, I didn't like how he was doing all that extra. I care about you, Zadia. You know what I'm saying? You my home girl. We rock. We like this. It's like he was dragging it out instead of saying, hey, I got a chance to talk to the guys. We had a deliberation. And when it comes to whether or not you're ready to love, the guys have decided you're not. Like, that's all he had to say. But he had to drag it out. Oh, I be thinking about you. You my home girl. We rock. All of this. Like, we don't have time. I didn't like that. So she ended up saying it for him. Later on, we could see where Naim goes to Tommy. Has the conversation with Tommy. Naim says that he's lost because he doesn't have any strong connections, that he really doesn't want to step on the guy's toes. As much as I wanted Naim to stay in this process, stop, because I feel like too many people self-eliminated themselves. Too many people self-eliminated themselves. Somebody gonna have to sit in this SHI, okay? And if you just happen to get eliminated next week by the people, because I feel like it was taking the power out of the hands of the process, of the people being able to determine who gets to go, right? Y'all just get to make the decision to eliminate yourselves. I don't like that, but at the same time, it does make it that more interesting for the next episode for him to be out of the way, because he definitely would have been the person to have gone home. Now it puts pressure on people to kind of make decisions on who it is they really want, Right. So there's that. What else? Yeah, Tummy thinks Dante was Zadia's main option. I said, Dante, I mean, Tommy, you better tell it. Because if she's gonna show her as the way that she did, what do you think? That had to be her main connection, even though she wasn't giving him the energy. And even if he wasn't her main connection, you weren't. You weren't. Sorry. So there's that. Naim, like I said, made a decision to end his journey. So there's that. And I just put in all caps what I told y'all. I just feel like nobody should be able to make that decision on eliminating themselves. I didn't like that, but that's it. Let me see. Did I miss it? Where is it? Why didn't Dante speak to her instead of Phil? Zadia is full of it, but she also sees through Dante BS too. I feel like they didn't do that because they probably didn't want to give her the inkling that she was about to be kicked off, like she ended up sitting with him the previous week. I feel like that's probably what they could have done, but I guess even though as the conversation flowed, she started to catch on to the fact that I'm probably gonna go home. Yikes. They should have made Dante eliminate Zadia. It would have been a mess. Oh no, that's what you asked. You asked why didn't Dante sit? I'm thinking about Naim, Jamila. I was thinking about Naim. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I feel like again, it probably would have still been too obvious. She would have knew she was going home at that point. But I you know what? I wouldn't have mind that. That would have been a good one. That would have been y'all right. That would have been a good one to see him be the one to eliminate her. You did all that extra hype all in my face, doing the most for nothing, only to get sent home. Bye, girl. Zadia needs to keep her hands to herself. If that was a man doing that to a woman, right? If that was a man doing that to a woman, he would have been off the show that day. Naim needed to go. He didn't do much. Zadia was his only connection. He was more into her than she was into him. And the sad part is these people not knowing how to go about the process, and they lock in on one person. And I feel like with Cornelius, by default, he got locked in on Camille. And that was the wrong way to go. Wrong road. Wrong road. Wrong road. And he didn't get to meet nobody else, get to know. Well, he did get to meet Courtney. He had somebody else in on him, but he ended up getting her sent home, all because he didn't like the fact that she was being too touchy-feely. So, but I feel like he could have calmed that down. I feel like Camille kind of forced you into different areas of the relationship. Like, no, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. I got you this. Like, I think Camille started to do things that made him feel like guilty if he walked away from her or eliminated her or something. So I don't know. Walter is overall pissed that he couldn't send Newman home. That's why he kept throwing her lack of connections in her face. He's an asshole. Ooh. And that makes me think, Carmen, that if I can't be with you, then I don't want nobody else out here to be with you or get the benefit of being with you. So yeah. Zadia outfit looked like she cut a garbage bag out to make it. Not cut up a garbage bag, honey. It was with her. Dante is a cat. No, Jamila says she was with Dante because Dante was a coward. I don't see how though. I don't see how he was a coward when she's out here pursuing somebody else so heavily. I think the brown girl squad actually caused the other ladies to have an alliance because the brown girl squad was so messy. I don't feel like Newman is a part of that squad. I agree. It definitely made the other ladies form an alliance because they thought they were powerful and didn't realize that they were outnumbered, so much so that Newman did choose a side. She chose the side of the other ladies and actually put both of their dudes up on the chopping block. That was hilarious to me. And how is she trying to portray a black mama in a certain light? Who that? And she had this smirk on her face the whole time. Tommy gets real triggered when colorism complexion is brought up. Very weird. Naim said he likes melanated women or dark skin. He did say that. I think Naim and Newman would be a great match, but they too busy looking at closed doors. Okay. So Zadia should have been sent home the second she put her hands in Dante's face in the Caribbean. Oh, in the Caribbean, we say monkey. No, what? In the Caribbean, we say monkey, no tree to climb. Oh, a monkey knows what tree to climb. She was pissed with Aisha, but took it out on Dante. Don't want that smoke. Very true. Very, very true. I think she should have went home that very night. Like, you went too far. We don't do that. And you got all in this man's personal space. I think that was rude and disrespectful. Dante also tried being nice to Zadia when they first got to the resort. Zadia was stank. He even made a comment saying, I'm trying to connect with her, but she is ignoring me. I can believe it. Okay, they really need to add a dating coach to the show. I feel like they should add Nephew Tommy's wife to the show. Somebody that the ladies can actually have a sit down. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Y'all let me know. I feel like I would not mind seeing Nephew Tommy deliberate with the guys, have the women deliberate, then the husband and wife come together and possibly talk about it, and then go from there. You know what I'm saying? Have like a brief conversation. I don't know. Maybe that may be too much. But I also feel like the ladies should have another woman to talk to. I think it's great that they get Nephew Tommy, because when he's talking to them as a male, he not BSing with them, right? So I like that. And I feel like the guys also still need a guy like Nephew Tommy to stay on their head tops too. But I don't know how they can go about incorporating her, but maybe just incorporate the wife when the ladies are starting to have an issue in the process. Maybe do that, where she can come in and probably, give her thoughts. This whole season was trash. Sorry, not sorry. The wife didn't add much to the ladies last season, though. Facts. And I think it was in the capacity in which they had her come on the show. I don't think it was intentional with how she actually sat down with the different women. I think I only remember her sitting down with maybe like one or two. It was either Alexis or Chris Anthium or somebody. Like, they didn't really add her for real. So, yeah, I think they got to be more intentional in her role. But guess what, guys? It's time for me to go ahead and hop into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're about to go ahead and do that. Hold on, let me read this comment real quick. They need the doctor from put a ring on it so each person can get some time of insight of what's going wrong. I don't think each person. I think that maybe that'll be cool, but on camera, just a few people, because I ain't gonna want to sit there all day long watching them decipher about that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like towards the end of the conversation, the end of the episode, we can see them pull in with Nephew Tommy's wife or somebody else's wife, if they're gonna be having like one-on-one conversations like that. If each person gotta go in and explain, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just gotta, figure that part out. But I would not mind seeing another woman incorporated on the show. But I just said, his wife, because I've already seen her on the show previously. So it wouldn't be too bad if the women have somebody to depend on, while the men also have that as well. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. But listen, I thank you guys so much for joining me, for hopping on and enjoying this live. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. But now I'm about to go ahead and go live for Love and Marriage Huntsville. We have a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and scoot on over to that. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I will see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.